Hey, what's going on? Luke here, and I'm here to reveal the player ratings for Rugby League 26. Now, this is coming officially from the NRL. We've already done the 89 rated players. Go check that out if you haven't. But now we have the 90 rated ones. So let's go ahead and take a look at the very first player. So the very first player is from the Brisbane Broncos, from the Queensland Maroons. It's Reece Walsh. I actually think he does look like a really good card, and he definitely strikes me, if this game is based off Rugby League Live 4, as a guy that you would want in your side. I think his kick returns would be really good. 84 physicals, 87 movement, 80 kicking, 88 handling, and 88 evasion. I think the evasion would be very good, very beneficial in terms of online games. But I will say, a lot of the higher rated players, they do seem to be fullbacks. So maybe the fullback position is going to be like I don't want to say like an overpowered position, because generally in Rugby League Live 4, fullback doesn't really get too involved in the game. But just in terms of actual stats alone, like it could be an overpowered card. Now moving on to the next player, which is also a Queensland Maroons player. It's a Newcastle Knights player as well as Kalyn Ponga. I don't know how long he's going to be in Newcastle Knight, all the rumours about him, but 90 rated for Kalyn Ponga, I feel like that's about right. At his peak, definitely could be much higher. I mean, obviously he's on a Dally M, Queensland fullback. No, I don't think he's played for Australia at this point, but he's an absolute fantastic talent. Obviously, just injuries and all that sort of stuff. But his card rating, 84 physical, 88 movement, 81 kick, 88 handling, and 88 evasion. So, yeah, a very, very well-balanced side. Just looking at Reece Walsh's one, like the evasion and the handling all the same. I think it might just be mildly better than Reece Walsh, but either way, you get Reece Walsh, Kalyn Ponga. So many good options at fullback for your pro team. So, yeah, Kalyn Ponga at 90. And now moving on to the third player, who again is a fullback. Although you can argue, is his best position fullback? Remain to be seen. I mean, he plays for New South Wales in the centres. He's played for Australia in the centres, but he plays fullback for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. That's Latrell Mitchell. Now, personally, out of the three fullbacks that we've seen, I think Latrell has the best card. 86 physical, 87 movement, 80 kicking, 88 handling, 88 evasion. So he has all the same sort of handling, evasion, all that sort of stuff, but just kind of a little bit better with some of the other stuff. And if you played Rugby League Live 4, I feel like the physicals are kind of the big one, which is funny because you think of like Latrell, yeah, great physically in terms of on the ball, but there's always question marks over his fitness and stuff. But I just know how this game is. 88 physicals, I think it's going to be a great card. Now moving on to what I would assume is the best swinger in the game in terms of Rugby League 26. Definitely in real life, it's Brian To'o. I don't even need to go off his accolades. You just know Brian To'o. He's an absolute weapon, but let's take a look at his card. It's an 86 physical, 90 movement, 81 kick, 88 handling, and 84 evasion. And this is, again, I did it in my previous video with the 89 rated overall one, but just like the cards seem very, I don't want to say generic, but they are kind of generic. Like 81 kicking for Brian To'o. Guy's like never kicked in his life. Yeah, we saw some of the 89 rated ones. Like Zach Lomax was in the 70s. I know there's some other ones, I'm just missing them, but there's some other ones who are known to kick as Pappenhausen. They were in like the 70s for their kicking. Yeah, they're kickers. They do kick in general play in terms of like Pappenhausen. He's done plenty of kicks. He goal kicks. Zach Lomax definitely goal kicks. Like, it makes sense to them to have high kicking, but they've got to do this purely just to get them to be, you know, the 90 rated that they are. But again, I think in terms of wingers, this is probably the card that you want. Brian To'o, yeah, I'll be trying to get him. Now we're moving on to our first centre. I'm pretty sure this is our first centre. Everyone's kind of been fullbacks or, you know, halves players, forwards, that sort of stuff. We haven't seen a centre yet until now. He's an England international. He plays for the Dolphins. It's Herbie Farnworth. So I think this is definitely warranted. He's elite of the elite. The centres don't get a lot of love in Rugby League, but if you've played Rugby League Live 4, you know that centres are super overpowered. So this is definitely a card to get. This, probably Stephen Crichton, wherever he ends up. I reckon they'll be the two sort of meta cards. I think they'll be the best ones. But his actual stats, 87 physical, 85 movement. So his movement's quite good, especially in comparison to some of the other guys. And then you have 83 kicking, 89 handling, and then also 87 evasion. So super balanced card there, especially for a centre too. Get the ball out to the centres early and you'll reap the rewards. Now we're going to be moving on to the halves. There's a couple here, but the first one we're going to be talking about is from the Melbourne Storm, Queensland captain, Cameron Munster. Fantastic player, also played for Australia too, quietly, but obviously famous victory for Queensland just recently. But this card is 80 physical, 87 movement, 91 kicking, 88 handling, and 84 evasion. This This is what I'm kind of talking about, where it seems kind of generic, where like Cameron Munster, there's no way you can argue that his best trait is his kicking, but that's the best stat that he's got, is 91 kicking. His evasion is probably the best thing. He's so elusive on the ball. I know that it's hard to translate this stuff in terms of video games, but yeah, definitely like weird sort of stats for a guy like Cameron Munster. Doesn't really reflect how he is, because he's kind of like nippy and very evasive. Like I said, he's one of those guys he steps his way through sides and just has the smarts. It's going to be interesting to see a guy like Nathan Cleary, see what his rating is. Now, I just got done talking about Nathan Cleary, but the guy who did get it done in State of Origin, while Nathan Cleary couldn't, is Mitchell Moses. He's the next player we're going to be talking about. 83 physical, 84 movements, 89 kicking, 87 handling, and 86 evasion. Now, there's no way for me that you can honestly say that Mitchell Moses isn't a better kicker of the ball than Cameron Munster. I mean, Moses, he can kick goals. His general kicking is one of the best in the I mean, like, his long kicking it's renowned for being like one of the best ever, really. Mitchell Moses is a fantastic player. The fact that he is less than Cameron Munster in the kicking, it kind of baffles me, honestly. I don't really know how they're doing these overalls. Definitely seems like they're just taking some generic sort of, we need Munster to be 90, so let's just pop up a few things here and there. Because realistically, like, it doesn't make sense that the halfback Mitchell Moses has less kicking game than Cameron Munster. But you know what, regardless, I still think this is a great card. If you pick it up in Pro Team, I think you'd be very happy with it. Parramatta fans should definitely be happy too. Now we're going to be moving on to the dummy half position. It's a very well-balanced card. It's from the West Tigers. It's Apisai Koroisau. Now, I can't argue with this one. I feel like 90 rated is a pretty good rating for Api. Not the elite of the elite. He's not the best hooker in the game. Obviously, he's not playing for New South Wales these days. Obviously, I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that he plays for the Tigers. But just in terms of his card itself, 84 physical, 86 movement, 83 kicking, 89 handling, 88 evasion. It's a very balanced card. That's all I'm going to say about that one. There's kind of not too much I can really say about this Api card other than it's very well balanced. And if you get them, in terms of if you've played Rugby League Live 4 before, you just need a guy who can defend well and has good stamina. I think Koroisau will have that. Now, there's only 2 forwards in this little 90 rated video, and the first one is going to be from the Canberra Raiders. It's Joseph Tapine. I think absolute fantastic player in real life. Hopefully a fantastic player in the game. Forwards, especially props, which is what he is in the game, super overpowered on Rugby League Live 4, so hopefully that's the case. To pick up a Joseph Tapine, you're going to get a great card. And even looking at his stats, they do look really good, like 88 physical, 87 movement, 78 kicking, 85 handling, and 88 evasion. I just want to point out, like, the evasion stat, is it purely just going to be stepping? Like, hopefully it's like barging or something, because if it's stepping, I don't understand how Tapine has got a better step than, Papenhuyzen or someone, but that seems to be what they're sort of going with. But overall, a really good card. I definitely would be looking to pick this up in Pro Team if it's possible. And now moving on to our last player, last but not least, but he is a prop, but on this game, he is a lock. He's mostly a lock in real life too, but he can play prop. But it's Paddy Carrigan from the Broncos, Queensland, Australia. Absolute weapon of a player, one of my favourite players in terms of real life, and hopefully one of my favourite players on Rugby League 26. His stats are 91 physical, 89 movement, 78 kick, 88 handling, and 83 evasion. Now that seems a little bit more up to speed in terms of a front rower, a lock, something like that. I think he's going to be a really good card. The evasion stats, yeah, it pumps up the stats a little bit, but I don't think that's necessary for a prop. We're not going to be making massive line breaks and scoring tries with props from 80 metres out. I don't need to really care about his evasion stats. But all the physicals, I'm guessing he's going to be quite quick. He's going to be quite strong in the game. I think he looks like one of the better cards I've seen so far. But guys, those are the 90 rated players. I'm going to end things here, but let me know in the comment section below. Do you agree with the 90 rated? Is there anyone who you think should be there, shouldn't be there? Should they be higher? Should they be lower? I think they've kind of nailed it for the most part. Obviously, some of the stats are a little bit iffy, but I'm intrigued to see you guys in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on all of the stats that we've seen so far? Anyways, I'm going to wrap things up here, but stay tuned for the 91 rated squad and 92, 93, 94, whatever we end up with. I'm going to be going through all of the ratings of Rugby League 26 over the next coming days, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you for my next video. See yous. Well, that's the end of this video. If you happen to enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. You know the drill at this point. Everybody YouTubers does it. Just go ahead and do it. It'd really help me out. Also, why not go ahead and check out some of these other videos that are on the screen right now.